Another caution for me is the future library. I've not got full faith in Sony. I feel like I'm taking a bit of a risk with the PSVR2. I've not got full faith that they're going to deliver the games because basically, I don't know if Sony understands VR like a player understands VR. Obviously, they would have done their research about VR because clearly they have. They've made a great headset. However, that doesn't mean they understand what people want out of it. The peripheral argument. Go on.
I mean, any mistakes they have made, they've had the chance to make that with PSVR1, so they can certainly redeem themselves. They've got,
Yeah, but the thing about PSVR1 is there was some good games on it, but not enough. They mostly left it for like indie developers, and there was a lot of shovelware and a lot of low quality content, and I don't want them to do that this generation.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. They've made mistakes on PSVR1, and now they've got the chance to really push it forward.
Well,
on the PSVR2.
The thing is, they need to realise that they can't treat VR as just another peripheral. It's not like a light gun for a Nintendo console where it's like, oh, here we go, I got a little light gun I bought for my controller, and here's some games for it. Like, there's only a few games for it, but here you go, here we are. I feel like that's almost what they treat the PSVR one like, as if it was just another peripheral. But the thing about that's what people say as well. A very common argument online when people say like, oh, it's too expensive. I'm not going to pay this much for a peripheral as the console. But it's not just a peripheral. That's just doing it such a disservice to call it a peripheral, because it's more of its own platform. You know, VR, it's its own. Otherwise, there wouldn't be standalone headsets. That proves that it's not a peripheral. It's its own platform. So they need to treat it like a platform and bring games to it as if it was a platform, like as if it's another console launching. That's what I think they need to do, and that's why I'm not sure I really fully trust them, because I've never heard anyone speak about that before. You know, about it being more than a peripheral, but it is. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's something that no one's talking about. I've never heard anyone talk about it, but that is what VR needs. It needs to be treated like as a platform, because it is one. If you treat it like a peripheral, especially at that price, it's no wonder. Sony needs to deliver the game so people can see, oh shit, that's why I'm spending this much on a fucking headset that costs the same amount as the console itself, because you're getting basically a whole new console experience. It's not the same. It's not the same as playing a flat screen game. It's completely different, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, it is. Let's just hope that Horizon is just the start of many.
Horizon, I still think it might be a tech demo. Personally, that's not the kind of. It's a start, but I say more like I hope that No Man's Sky is the start of many. I'm talking about hybrid games. I think hybrid games are going to be the big thing. Obviously, I'd love standalone VR games as well, which are just purely VR, made from the ground up for VR. But I think the biggest titles are going to be those hybrid games. So, like Resident Evil, you know?
Yep.
Because that's a big game. Like, for me, looking at Resident Evil, that looks more like a game than Horizon Call of the Mountain. Call of the Mountain looks like a tech demo to me, personally. Looks great, but gameplay-wise, it's very limited.
So, to make it mainstream, then you think hybrid games is what's going to push it?
Yeah, no doubt in my mind. Hybrid games are what it's all about, because that's what people are going to be like
interested. Yeah.
If people hear about this game, which is really good, that's just a flat screen game, and they're like, oh, I've heard about that game, that's pretty good. Then that's going to be like, oh, I wonder what it's like in VR. You know, it's going to bring more people, get more people interested. Like, oh, I loved that game. Oh, look, Sony have brought out hybrid support for it. You know.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.